Hello, I am Henry Roth, here in the heart of Say to the Yes Dress territory, and we're just about to do an amazing first brides of the year for 2010, their dreams, their aspirations, and you know what? Enough advice from Michelle and I. Let's get in some advice from you. Let's go and have a look. A June 12, which is actually 4 days before my birthday when I'm going to be 50, so we're both having... So tell me something, this is your first appointment for your wedding dress?
Second.
Great. What was the experience like with your first wedding dress?
I didn't know what to expect. It was neat. Putting on the veil and everything, I got teary-eyed.
What's your advice? Here we are in 2010. You're just about to go into an iconic appointment for your wedding dress. How are you feeling right now, and what are you telling yourself about your appointment?
You know what? Everything I've tried on originally that I thought I wanted ended up being totally different than what they picked for me and what I ended up liking. So I think just go with it and try everything on, and you'll know. You'll just know. You'll know which one you really love.
So in other words, come with an open canvas, an open mind.
Absolutely. Yeah, because like I said, everything I've picked is very different than I thought I would want.
Now let me predict, because I'm a bit of a soothsayer, I'm a little bit of a see into the future. I bet that you went to a lot of websites, you went to a lot of magazines.
Yeah, I did. And like I said, everything was different than what I thought I'd want.
I really like that.
Yeah.
I think, is there anything in particular that's inspiring you? You think about any colours or shapes? Or what you're saying to me is, you want to just be captured by the gown that you feel.
Yeah, I think that's just...
This is like the perfect bride. You're all perfect brides, because that's exactly what Michelle, come in. This is my sister Michelle Roth.
Hi, how are you? Congratulations. Thank you.
We were actually predicting that it's really not so much about what... There's so many beautiful gowns out there. It's about what you feel in the gown.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely what you feel. Yeah.
I'm not sure about this.
Mm-hmm.
We wish you a lot of luck. We'll see you in there. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Wow. All the best.
I'll never forget this.
Absolutely. We won't either. Who will show you the beauty of this gown? Because it's all about the cut and the lace, which comes from Italy. The bustling also creates part of the style, which is gorgeous. Now, this is the way to do it. You do a two-bustle approach. Oh, we're very sophisticated these days. So basically, what you want to do is you want to separate the satin and the tulle layer when you're bustling. So, I need two assistants, please. Just one here and one there. Yeah. Can you see? Yes. Okay. So basically with this, you want to under-bustle, because it creates the fullness, not too full. It's going to be on the floor length, can you see? Right. Right. And then you take, hold it, darling, you take the overlay and you separate it, and then you French bustle it. And that, look at the difference. That's what gives it it's stunning. So that's number one. And on top of that, here's something which is also gorgeous. Say for your first dance, what I recommend is you do the first bustle, which is your under bustle, but you can still dance if you want, and then later bustle it. It's cool. What are your expectations today for your wedding dress appointment?
I hope to have fun, first of all, but I hope to...
Like it.
I hope to, have luck in finding a dress. There's so many different dresses out there, and there's so many different styles and things that I like, so I hope to kind of narrow down and find the dress.
How do you think you'll know?
Hopefully I'll know when I put it on. They always say that you know when you put it on, right?
Absolutely, that's exactly how you feel. What do you think about how you've been stimulated by people like us as designers?
No, I love everything that is out right now. There's a lot of different choices. There's a lot of, pretty things to choose from. There's, there's some great options, and looking at the websites and looking at the magazines really does help with, figuring out what is my style and seeing all the different options. So I think it's really helpful for...
Now, how many dress appointments have you been on so far?
I've been to actually 8 dress appointments.
I love it. 8 dress appointments. That's not a bad thing. So here you are on hopefully the ultimate appointment here at Kleinfeld. What advice would you give to brides that have done a lot of dress shopping? At what point do you decide, or how do you know not to be confused? What advice can you give them?
With my just my style of shopping in general. I like to, have a lot of different options. So it wasn't very overwhelming for me to go to these different places and try on different dresses and then go home and actually think about it and think about what I really liked about those. So I tried not to get overwhelmed, and I think I did a pretty good job at it so far. I liked, going to all the different dress shops we went to. So.
Well, I tell you what, your hair's looking fantastic today, so you don't look stressed at all. I think I'm serious. I'm like, wow, what a together young lady. Now, as a mother, because it's always about the bride as well, how different do you think this is today compared to what your process was as a bride?
Well, it's very, very different. Certainly I never went to 8 shops. I think I went to one shop and chose, the first dress that I probably tried on.
Right.
So it's a lot more involved nowadays, that's for sure. But this is my 3rd wedding, my last child getting married. And so I've been through it before. The most recent was my son, August 1st. So it's been exciting. And
Well, I have a surprise for you. What I would consider not only to be the best store in the world, and I've been born in it. I have 3 generations in bridal, my parents, my grandparents. I've been to many, many stores around the world, and I've dealt with many, many consultants. But the good news is, after 8 stores, you have probably the #1 consultant in the world to take care of you, and she's standing right there, Keisha. She's fantastic.
Hi, Holly. Congratulations. Good to see you. Are you excited?
I'm very
All right.
I won't take any more time except to say you're in the best hands possible. This young lady has gone to 8 stores and she's finding her gown today.
That's right.
But you know why?
Why?
That's her process as a human being, as a person.
That's
She
right.
has not done anything other than she would normally. And her #1 advice is shop the way you would normally do, but leave the best to last, and here you are. Good luck. It's absolutely true. Good luck and an absolute pleasure. And the other thing is, take love with you. Good luck.
Okay. It's the ivories, and I think the ivory is good. I think the ivory is beautiful. Against her skin, look at that. It just pops. I like the ivory, yeah. Yep. Perfect. Okay.
The dress we have inside that you like.
There you go. Look, I like the ivory. Against her skin too.
The ivory.
I would do ivory.
Okay.
Yeah, it's richer.
Yeah, very richer, especially with the beading.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. Very complimentary. Very complimentary. Love it.
And this is well.
So my first question is, there's a lot of stimulus out there as far as websites and magazines and TV shows, and it's a whole iconic thing now. How stimulated and how directed were you before you came or did any wedding dress shopping at all with what's out there to a bride to help her with her aspirations of finding a gown?
Well, my soon-to-be sister-in-law works in the city, so she recommended Kleinfeld. So this was actually the first place I came to, and I fell in love with the dress. It was the 4th dress I tried on. So, but I did look on the knot.com for dresses and for styles, and that's how I found the style that I wanted.
Did that help? Do you think the things out there are invigorating to you as a bride? Did it make sense? Could you relate to the editorial and what was out there?
Yeah, I think it was very helpful finding my style, all the different styles that are out there and things like that. So I think it was helpful.
So my question is, because so many brides ask me, how do you, it's like, yeah, we've all heard it, but how did you know that that was your gown? And what were the criteria for you?
Well, when I tried it on, I cried, so that kind of knew it. That kind of knew it.
And it wasn't your sister being mean that day. No, I'm joking.
No, my sisters got really teary-eyed as well, and it just fit so perfectly. I felt like the dress was really made for me. That's how I kind of knew.
What did you know that you absolutely had to have for your gown to make you cry?
I knew that it had to be strapless. That was a really big thing. Not too poofy, and I like the scrunchy look. Like Belle, I call it, from the Belle dress. The ruching, yes.
How important, obviously, this is a family event.
Yes.
And obviously your family is absolutely the heartbeat, which is beautiful to see. How important was it for you not only to fall in love with the gown, but for your family to fall in love with the gown as well?
It was really important. That's the first time I tried it on, and then today I came back to bring my aunts with me so they could see it. I wanted to see their reaction, and then once I saw it, I knew definitely that that was the dress for me.